Okay, next up we have the supposition, right? This is for both standard and foundation. So here's one example of a supposition question. There are a total of 80 cars and motorcycles together. And if there are a total of 218 wheels, how many more motorcycles than cars are there? So this question is actually one of the more difficult question to do because you have to use this concept called supposition. Now in secondary school this is known as the simultaneous equation, but we don't exactly use simultaneous equation to solve this, right? So let's see how we can use the method of supposition to do this. In fact, the students are taught when they go through the heuristics. Okay, let's take a look at the solution. So the first thing you need to do is to suppose. Now what do we suppose? You suppose all the 80 vehicles are cars. That means you know that there's a total of 80 motorcycles and cars, but you do not know exactly how many there are. You just suppose all of them are cars. Now, if all of them are cars, you're gonna get 320 wheels. Why? Because each car has 4 wheels. So you take 80 times 4, so that's 320. Next, you have to find the difference between our supposition and the condition. Okay, what's the condition? The condition is 218 wheels, right? So if you want to find the difference, you take a 320, take away 218, you get 102 wheels. Next, the difference has to be fulfilled by the difference between the number of cars, wheels, and motorcycle. For example, if this is 2, because the number of car wheels is 4, number of motorcycle wheels is 2, you take 4 minus 2 equals to 2. Right? We take the difference. See the difference here. The difference here divide by the difference in the number of wheels. Right? And we get 51. Okay, so the number that you're going to get after that will be the number of motorcycles, and hence you can find that there are 29 cars. And what we do next is we check. So how do we check? So we know that there are 51 motorcycles, so there are 102 wheels, 29 cars, so there's 116 wheels, and if you add them together you should get 218 wheels, which is what the criteria is looking for, right? One of the criteria. So altogether there are 22 more because the question is asking how many more, right? Next. Okay, here's another example of a question which requires you to use supposition. Right, so there are 50 pieces of $2 and $5 notes. If the total amount was 181, how many $5 notes does he have? Okay. So suppose again, we use supposition. All the 50 pieces are $5 notes. What's going to happen is you are going to get $250. Next, we find the difference between the supposition and the condition. So what's the condition? The condition is $181. So when you find the difference, you get 69. And this difference of 69 has to be fulfilled by the difference between 5 and $2 notes, which is $3. Which if you take 69 divided by 3, you're going to get 23. So there are 23 $2 notes. And you can find the number of $5 notes, yeah, which is 27. So next thing you do is to check. So we check, so the 23 $2 notes will give you $46 here, and 27 $5 notes will give you $135, and total you get 181. Okay, so altogether he has 27. That's what the question is looking for. Now just a note for you. Now this type of question, there are actually several methods for you to solve. Now which are the other methods? One, of course, is you can use simultaneous equation. So some students are taught this, right? Another method additional method is known as units and parts. Now units and parts, it's something that is taught as well, right? Which is actually the same as simultaneous. And of course the last one is guess and check. What do you mean by guess and check? That means you can actually guess the number of this $2 and $5 notes, and then you just try different combinations and see which one gives you the correct number. Okay, that's it.